Ouch, my brain is freezing. Have you ever gulped down a cold slushie on a hot day only to feel a sudden, intense pain in your head? It's like your brain is trying to escape through your forehead. That, my friends, is the dreaded brain freeze. We've all been there. One minute you're enjoying a delicious ice cream cone, the next minute you're wondering if you need to call a doctor. Don't worry, it's not as scary as it sounds. Brain freeze is a common and harmless experience. It's just your body's way of telling you to slow down on the cold treats. But why does it happen? What is it about cold things that trigger this strange sensation in our heads? Let's dive into the science behind brain freeze and find out. Stick with me, and we'll explore the wacky world of brain freeze together. Believe it or not, brain freeze has a fancy scientific name, Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. Try saying that 5 times fast. It's a mouthful, right? But don't let the long name fool you. The explanation is actually pretty simple. Sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia comes from the combination of the sphenopalatine ganglion, a bundle of nerves located in the back of your nose, and the word neuralgia, which means nerve pain. So brain freeze is basically just a temporary pain in those nerves. But what triggers this nerve pain? Why does something as simple as cold food cause such a big reaction? Let's take a closer look at what happens inside your mouth when you eat or drink something cold. Imagine you're enjoying a scoop of ice cream. As the cold treat hits your mouth, it chills the roof of your mouth, also known as the palate. The palate is home to a network of blood vessels that are responsible for regulating the temperature of your brain. When these blood vessels are suddenly exposed to cold, they constrict or narrow to reduce blood flow and prevent heat loss. This is the same reason your hands and feet get cold when you're outside in the winter. Your body is trying to keep your core temperature stable. This rapid constriction of blood vessels sends a signal to your brain, alerting it to the sudden change in temperature. But that's not all. This is where things get really interesting. You might be wondering, if the cold is touching the roof of my mouth, why do I feel the pain in my forehead? This is where referred pain comes in. Referred pain is when you feel pain in a different location than the actual source of the pain. Remember the sphenopalatine ganglion, that bundle of nerves we talked about earlier? Well, these nerves are responsible for transmitting sensory information from your face, head, and mouth to your brain. When the blood vessels in your palate constrict, they stimulate the sphenopalatine ganglion. This stimulation sends a pain signal along the trigeminal nerve, which is a large nerve that branches out from your brain to your face and head. The trigeminal nerve interprets this signal as pain in your forehead, even though the actual source of the pain is in your mouth. Okay, so we know what causes brain freeze. But how do we make it stop? Thankfully, there are a few simple tricks you can try. First, press your tongue to the roof of your mouth. This helps warm up the palate and reverse the blood vessel constriction. Think of it like giving your brain a warm hug from the inside out. Second, sip warm water. Similar to pressing your tongue, warm water can help raise the temperature in your mouth and ease the discomfort. Third, eat cold foods slowly. This might seem obvious, but it's worth repeating. By taking smaller bites and sips, you give your body time to adjust to the cold temperature and prevent the sudden blood vessel constriction that leads to brain freeze. These simple tips can help you thaw out that brain freeze in no time. Remember, it's all about warming up the roof of your mouth and giving those blood vessels a break. So there you have it, the science behind brain freeze. It's a fascinating example of how our bodies react to sudden changes in temperature. The next time you experience brain freeze, don't panic. Just remember that it's a temporary, harmless sensation caused by the constriction of blood vessels in your palate. Use the tips we discussed to warm up your mouth, and you'll be back to enjoying your cold treats in no time. And hey, you can even impress your friends with your newfound knowledge about sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. Just try not to laugh when you say it. Keep on exploring, keep on learning, and remember, science can be fun even when it's giving you a headache.